everyone, I am Masato Yuki here, and today we're continuing.
What now?
Let me check what day it is. 17th. Metaphor ReFantazio. It's what we're playing. And we are gonna be going and doing some more stroll. Perhaps I should discuss this with him. Stroll comes to mind, maybe I should go talk with him. I should talk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you staying put like this, but stay currently mind me. Little mind. This regards Lord Hydron, the landowner in Grand Trad, my family's old caretaker mentioned the other day. Rumors say he's clever and not in a good way. I'm lost about how to approach.
Thanks a
I'll go
bunch.
with you. Thank you. Just having you by my side would be reassuring. He's a devout saintess, so we should look for him near the Grand Cathedral. Was told Lord Hydron comes here often. Thank you. If I'm not mistaken, you're the young Lord Stroll. Are you not? It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Hydron. But, how do you know me? Nary a soul in the kingdom hasn't heard at least rumors of Halia's tragedy. Perhaps you've come to reflect and pray? No, I came to see you, actually. I can understand full well that this request may seem unreasonable, but
Truth is,
I've come to beg the use of some domiciles in the capital. As you know, countrymen who fled Halia reside here, sleeping in the streets. Without roofs over their heads, they barely scrape by, and so I implore you, please consider offering me support to these people.
no.
You implying I should do this as a manner of charity? Am I to be compensated in that? Odd, though I petition me on their behalf to begin with. It's not as though they are still your responsibility. Besides, it is poverty, not an individual's onus to bear. They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. You would still hold them responsible for their lack of means?
Yes.
So if it was cruel to them, and they could not rise above it, should they not hold themselves to higher standards, I'm afraid I'm under no obligation here. Besides, what of your own circumstances with your parents and land gone? You have little else to anchor you. Consider restoring the glory of your house before you worry about the rabble. You're right about one thing. I was a fool to ask for your aid.
What?
What about everyone from back home?
Obviously.
Don't worry, I won't abandon my people. Incidentally, don't I know your compatriot from somewhere? You needn't worry about him. Besides, I must apologize for taking up your precious time today. But before I go, I would have you know that those refugees are my people, and no matter your stance on it, I'll do everything in my power to save them.
Worry not.
My good lad, I'm sure I must come across rather harshly, but it's not as though I have no sympathy for you. Abandoned by your parents, shunned by your relations, you are left to the harsh truths of the royal capital too young to pity. Yes, he has terrible phrasing.
Hang on.
You should choose your words more carefully.
Stop.
let's not let our tempers get the best of us. This isn't over yet.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Rangif. I wasn't able to persuade Lord Hydron to offer assistance. It was always going to be a tall order, but he tossed it aside, calling it personal responsibility, and that I couldn't abide. Please don't apologize. That you went to such efforts is more than we could ask. Besides, you needn't worry about us, young master. Your focus should rest on rebuilding your great house.
Yes.
Alatus must rise again from the ruin that the human wrought. Restore it to its former glory, or should hope to greater heights still. I'd heard you've been living off generosity of noble families who respected your lord parent. To be brought so low couldn't have been easy enough for you. Your people only wish to see your house flourish once again. With your inheritance, you should.
Wait.
Excuse my interruption, but did you say inheritance? The village was assured that I recall you mentioned it once. So you were unaware of it? I suspected as much, given our conversation the other day. Your father would have kept it separate from the estate. Of this, I have no doubt. Though I couldn't begin to say how or where.
Taking that into account.
Interesting. Well, if there are any clues left, I'm sure they would have all point to Halia. Let's go investigate.
Well then.
Sounds like an investigation.
Yeah.
Perhaps, though. I doubt anything survived the fire.
Hey, so.
Regardless, I'll make the journey back home on my own. Alright. We're not bad. No, we do this together. No, we'll do this. But I sincerely doubt we'll find anything in our level. But listen, thank you for today. I would have lost it if you hadn't been here to keep me calm. I've avoided this for too long. It's time to face ruins of my home head on. Might I ask for your help yet again? I'm not sure I could take another step without you at my side. Since Joel's deep-seated trust and virgin resolve. The proud noble Stroll, keeper and inheritor of the warrior's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
Of course I'd like you to come, but...
You can now study the sword master. Yes! You can now study the sword master in academia. Try seeing what new powers are. I do hope you'll find the inheritance your parents left you. All they'd hoped for was that you would come in to your own with a worthy house. They would be proud of how wise beyond your years you've become. Your father especially, you're just like him in that respect. I am not worthy to share mention of my father, but whatever the case, I intend to honor their wishes. Pray await my return. Joel and I return to the others. Back to the hush.
What is it? Amazing.
Yeah.
Babine. Yeah. My tolerance should improve. Yep,
You're a
let's
big
do it.
help.
I appreciate it. Now let's get you into the kitchen, shall we? I forgot to save in case we get the dialogue wrong.
Next up is...
We finished preparing the fish. Now we just have to put them in the pot.
Oh, right!
Fishing touch in addition. Fruit, the secret here for us. Grade it in somehow.
In that case,
We should grade it. The fruit and let everything.
Whoa.
Interesting, no second. Dish draws you in the aroma of fresh fruit.
I knew it!
Customer said you wolfed on the whole plate. You're spicy good this one. Sorry, did your job and fill my calling.
all right.
Needed to help out. Night went on.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
18. Arbor's Day.
Well then,
Okay. So, we're on the 18th.
all right then. Let's go.
We head to here. We're headed to the desert now. We're here to complete our bounty.
Come off it.
Hey,
What is there outside that gate? You wanna get home? To try the
Yep.
desert. Okay, fine, let's go.
this place. Let's go.
Let's continue onward. Monsters seem on the rise. Even this close to the capital doesn't take long. Go like early in the wild.
Yes.
And present times make capital a popular travel destination we can't sit idly by. This bounty apparently leads a pack of wild dogs, but it's something called a mandula.
Just a sec.
Wait, was that monster just now? Did it approach us?
So
because it can
apparently-
sense? Looks like it checked up on us, then ran
Well then.
back. Let's focus on this. Let's focus on the smaller curs. They can't
Yes.
ignore us forever. So even to lure it out is a good plan as any. So let us be about it. Some about enemies require a number of enemies to be killed before you can fight the main target. Okay. Collect the gold beetle located at portion. What? Here it is.
We got it. They saw us. On your toes, everyone.
I see the enemy. Charging in! Come on! Let's push through! There they are.
Hey, great job.
Right there.
Scattered them. Our efforts were not in vain.
Forward!
That was
Let's keep
brilliant.
moving. I see the enemy. There they are. Time for some close combat.
You're gaining strength.
Impressive as ever.
Right there. All right. How's that? Dad?
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
That should come in handy. Pocket
I
it.
see the enemy.
Hey,
All right. Right there. Forward!
Impressive as ever.
Time for some close combat.
Exemplary.
There they are. I see the enemy. Charging in. Time for some close combat. Forward! Time for some close combat.
Let's end this here and
It won't let me.
This battle's ours.
Let's take them all
Let's
out.
go.
With blade
Yeah.
in hand! Shatter!
All right.
I call upon royal power within.
Yeah, it wasn't letting me click Y.
Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
Unscathed
The next one will
triumph.
fall just as easy.
Don't let your guard down.
Right there. Let's push through. Come on. Let's push through. What now? I see the enemy. Come on!
I knew you could do it.
Right there.
That was brilliant.
There they are. Let's push through.
Look.
I'm sensing something huge. It's headed right for us. Seems like messing with a pack really made it angry.
All right.
It finally appeared. Damn, it's huge. Between the worms and this guy, the people of this town are easily drowned. One certainly expects peace in the deserts, but something like this to appear. No kidding, this isn't the type of fellow the city guard can handle.
Stay
It's gotta be
present and
something.
focused.
Watch yourself, this is no meal in the wild dog. Yeah, I
Get
can see
ready.
that just fine. Here it comes, brace yourself. I know it's weak to ours.
Now, are you prepared? Hack and slash.
Falling back. Freeze.
You hit their weakness.
Is that
That's your
power of
opening, Captain.
heroes?
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
Good.
My strength.
You've got a bunch of
No
elements
holding
slowing you
back.
down, Captain.
I'll cut you down.
Mage. Ice.
You hit their weakness.
With blade in
That's your
hand!
opening, Captain. Hulkenberg got them right in their
Warrior.
weak spot.
Ah! Tougher than I thought.
Hulkenberg's
Let's
in
go.
bad shape.
Freeze.
She needs help. Hulkenberg's down. Get her back up.
Where it
Poison.
Hulkenberg's down.
Ah!
Someone help her get back in the fight.
That's all we need to do. Ah, sorry, I need to message my friend back. He just sent me something. Forgot.
That'll do. I shall rise to the occasion.
Okay. Does that mean we're heading back? Oh, good. Watch this. Rampagers.
However,
That this bounty has been left on adrift, the military must surely
Even
be
so.
surrounded. True. And while I'm glad we can profit from it, this sort of thing really is
Yes.
their responsibility. I could not agree more. Oh, my eye. Ow! My eye! More. At least the threat to this area has been neutralized for now, anyway.
Right.
Absolutely. Oh, how long have we been? Dang. Yeah, now. Guys, I have great news! Grounded's back on the table! Absolutely, that's enough for now. Well, let's go report.
What do you
in the
think?
recruitment center. Leave it to us now that you're okay. Oh, I
Say,
get
Oh.
okay, but just so there may be monster. Keep your eyes. Of course, there's monster, and that's why I say. You want to fight monsters?
What now?
Go
Healer!
real quick.
Mage! Right there.
Avoid the fight. Stand ready.
I see the enemy. Forward! Alright, how's that?
Great moves back there.
Time for some close combat.
Exemplary.
Watch
Charging
out.
in.
We've been spotted.
Victory is ours, and safety hard won.
There they are. Let's push through!
That was brilliant.
All right, we did it.
Yep. This is a chest I wanted to grab.
Nice.
That's lovely.
Amethyst.
We've been spotted. On your guard.
I see the enemy.
Amazing. Great moves back there.
Okay. I think it's time for us to leave. I could outmatch the enemies anyway.
There they are.
Exemplary.
Another chest. Nice.
Yeah.
I see the enemy. Time for some close combat.
Good work.
Right there.
They saw us. On your toes, everyone.
Charging in.
Exemplary.
There they are. Let's push through!
That was brilliant.
Right there.
Amazing. Great moves back
Okay.
there.
Now we head back.
Hey,
See me next time.
Okay.
Yep. I fight sandworms. Sorry, Whisper joined the stream promote and I said grounded back on the table. And then DM'd me and in quotes.
right?
Let's leave. Fair enough. No, I just fought everything worth fighting. Back at Grand
Alright.
Dread Tavern. We've taken on the Manjula. That was a terrorizing desert, so the bounty is all ours now. Tis a reward in itself. Now that there's one less threat of menaces. The capital. Of course, we should collect our fair compensation, as we most certainly earned it. I'm glad we're able to help people too. Well, let's go report to the recruitment center before we forget.
Oh,
Well, we managed to avoid the day of calamity, but that doesn't mean we waste time we've got left till the bureaucracy makes
So.
its proclamation. I agree, Louise is to be our opponent one day.
now then.
Okay. Yep, we relax with our friends, sharing a moment of peace.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well then.
Okay.
Say there.
Okay. Today has an interesting
Alright,
set
then.
of events for us. We are headed
Let's
to
head there
the
right away.
recruitment center, because we're reclaiming our bounty. Surely not. You managed to slay the bounty? That's certainly its rampager tale. Even the military soldiers fled from its fear. You lied to someone else. Here's the reward promise. Take it yours.
We did it.
Man's not so best friend.
All right.
My support team.
Amazing.
We got the achievement Monster Hunter. Subjugated the bounty. There's really 10,000 Reeve here. I'm ready for more contracts if they pay out this well. I'm afraid you can't. I don't have any other contracts enough right now. Pyramid Center and other cities also handle contracts. Take a look if you have the chance.
All right then.
Mellow.
Let's go.
Yep, we're going here because we have something we need to do.
But
Close your eye, own close your eye. Now, how did I wind up here?
Oh my, it's not a ferry, I see. Aha, ReFantazio. Well, I'll be.
sure, but
Look. I know I'm rare, but you don't need to make such a big deal out of it. I should explain. My family has some history of fairies. As a boy, my parents would even tell me stories about fairies before bed.
I
Let me tell you
wonder.
one. So you grew up on fairy tales. That's funny. No wonder you've got fairies on your mind. If I listen to man's tale, my imagination went here. What do you think? Do you want to listen to the elderly gentleman's story? Yep.
My thanks.
Imagine that. Getting to tell a fairy tale to a real fairy. Come, let's the table at the tavern.
Long ago,
Now this story goes back to my grandfather's father. Once far, far away, there was a village out in the countryside. There was a cave nearby that the villagers prohibited anyone from entering, but one day my ancestor, who was just a boy then, decided he had to see it for himself. So he defiled his elders. Your ancestor sounds like a... It runs in the family, huh? Anyway, sure enough, he ventured deep inside and soon became swallowed in darkness, hopelessly lost. A handful or not, he was still just a boy, and his bravery failed him. He sank to his knees in the dark, crying.
nevertheless,
But then something bathed in a warm light caught his eye as it approached him. The little light actually spoke, saying, "Pipe down, you can't cry in a place like this." He was shocked. After he got a good look at it, the boy realized it was a fairy, pulsing with light. He was so relieved, his tears only magnified. But the fairy couldn't bear it. Throwing her arms up, she said, "If you want to cry so badly, suit yourself," and she left. Before he knew it, the fairy returned. "Come on, follow me," she said. "I'll show you the way out." You see, she sensed a dangerous beast deep within the cave, and compassion won the day. She decided to get him to safely
Oh,
back to
yeah?
the entrance. Huh, I thought the fairy was kind of cruel at first. I guess she had the heart. When they arrived at the cave's mouth, the boy turned to thank the fairy. She had already disappeared in the cave. Time marched on, but he grew into an adult. He visited the cave countless times, hoping to find and thank her, but he never saw her again.
Oh my.
Oh, but would you look at the time? We better pick this up again later. If you'd like to know the ending, I'll be around. I was gripped by the story of the mysterious fairy. I put my magic.
All right. Well then.
Time to go back to the others. Okay. Back in the hushed honeybee. I hear a voice. He seemed promising, but here comes my wish to talk to him. Yep, that is what we want to do. She is the one we need to go talk to, Deb. Seemed promising, but here comes mine. Maybe I should go talk to her. We should talk. Murdering monsters. Monsters are murdering.
I'll not loiter in a storm. Well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
Just you.
Oh, so it's you. You seem unscathed. So, you haven't told anyone about it? So be it. You and I are collaborators now. Well then, shall we discuss your assignment? I'm in.
Now then.
Alright, come in.
Now then.
This is what I want you to handle. I want you to feed it, play with it, and generally take care of it until I return.
Listen.
There's one rule, however. You cannot let anyone else find out that there's a dog in here. No exceptions or mistakes.
What?
Is that it? That's
Yes.
simple. It is, but you can't let your guard down. I mean it when I say I want no mistakes. Sheer way of the antique igniter. Crowd around here, the fools who believe igniters will destroy the world. Even beyond them, there are plenty of people in this world who would jump at the chance to do something cooler than kill me. Laugh.
That's why.
This thing is a weakness waiting to be exploited, so I have to hide it. I'm interested in
Why?
I mean, well, why are you
You.
asking me? Because you are as far removed from my business as anyone could be. In case it bears saying, don't even think of crossing me. Being associates has worked for us so far. You don't want us to be enemies.
That's right.
Her name is... No, never mind. Totally. Not really sure, but I've been entrusted with taking care of Brigida's dog. Seems strangely attached to you already.
I see now.
Suppose you do have some surprising skills, such as using magic without an encounter. She's looking to me.
Why?
You looking like that.
Utterly naive.
If you couldn't pack my igniter business, it's my job to know about it. That's not all. Word has it that you and your entourage can transform your bodies for combat somehow.
Speaking of,
Long ago, there once existed an ultimate magic. They say the hero king of legend wielded a power very much like yours. Huh. I thought though I sincerely doubt you'll be following his footsteps.
you.
I'll be frank, Will. You're bad for business. But that is precisely why I'm going to lend you my power. It's not United because they tend to profit, but I hate the damn things from the bottom of my heart. But this world is dominated by Igniters. Long as you've got money, you've got almost all the power you want. Quite a pitch, isn't it? Those on top make a lot of profit off bleeding the downtrodden dry. The strong get ever stronger, and the weak only get cast down further.
As it is.
My own hands are not bloodless in that, so I will endeavor to help you break this wretched wheel, if nothing else. It'll be amusing, no? And since Brigida's faint expectations and trust towards me. Oh yeah,
Yet
ring
still
2.
they oppose me. Farewell.
You should go. No, I'll give you your pay. I'm not ready. Already? I thought you wanted me here. You see expectations already. You've made the dog like you. Something impossible for me. I feel bad for
See you.
her. Her doggo don't like her. Till next time, we'll be waiting. Or at least the dog will.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Bork, bork. Yes, I whispered. We have dog. Go bork, bork.
Well then. Alright then.
Okay. Where's the game want me to go today? I literally have the same schedule today as I did yesterday,
Alright.
but the afternoon is cooking
Let's go.
instead of dog sitting.
But
The voice
Measuring.
actors have more voicing. My throat's starting to hurt from the amount of talking I've had to do on their behalf.
Oh-ho!
Ah, the fairy and the elder. I'm glad we meet again. I believe we're in the middle of a story. Would you
What
care
do
to
you
hear
wanna
the next
do?
spot? If you listen to the elderly gentleman again, your imagination will probably
My
improve.
thanks.
Lovely, let's head to the tavern. I'll pick up the tab. Let's see, I believe we left off with my ancestor being unable to find the mysterious fairy to thank her for saving his life. We've hit a bit of a time skip here, so the next part concerns my grandfather. Bear with me. My grandfather was also a mischievous sort, and one day he too ventured into the forbidden cave and became
That's
hopelessly lost.
awful.
Wow, mischief really does run in the family. So it does. Anyway, lost in the dark. What should my grandfather find? A fairy, of course. She was beautiful, just as the fairy his grandfather had described. He knew right away it was the same fairy. Again? I'm not gonna help you this time, said the fairy, rolling her eyes. My grandfather went out confused. What? It's the first time in this cave, after all. Then the fairy said, don't blame me if you get eaten by the beast. And that's when my grandfather realized the fairy was mistaking him for his grandfather. Well, he said, the boy you're thinking of is long gone. I'm his grandson. He said the fairy considered this for a moment, then said, you people die so young. The fairy led my grandfather out of the cave like she did before. The whole time, he kept his grandfather's regrets in mind. So before she could vanish, he turned to her and said, thank you for helping my grandfather. If you're wondering if history repeats, I doubt it. My family had to leave the village when my grandfather grew up. So I'm sure you can appreciate how amusing I found it on a fairy here in Grand Trad. My family's fate seems to be tied to fairies. Well, I'm glad your family got closure with the fairy. A meeting you like this? Who knows? You get really used to it. I thought about it, curious by the fairies. Wait, and her fate. I feel like my imagination is huge.
Alright.
Whew! I think it's the last time we're talking to the old man for a little while. Yeah, we're not very kingly right now. We're craven, informed, inflexible, tongue-tied, and vapid.
Well then.
Let me get back to the others. Yeah. It is the 20th. Yep, so we're making food. We shall help
Amazing.
Fabine.
Yeah.
with food. Fast forward. We've seen that dialogue like 6 times. I'm not reading it. I'm sorry. It's the same dialogue. But whoops. I'm saving out of fear I get this wrong for the first time. Because I won't get my tolerance buff if I get it wrong.
You're a big
Let's
help.
go. I appreciate it. Now let's get kitchen, shall we?
Next up is...
Preparing the fish, so we should have to put them in the pot.
Oh, right!
Addition of fruit. Got that. The guide says the dialogue's random, but I've gotten the same one
In that
3
case.
times. We should... Yeah, I'm not reading
Whoa.
this. Soak up the flavor. Down and I poured our hearts in the preparation.
I knew it!
Customer, wolfed it down. My
Now
tolerance
then.
improved. We're an open-minded now individual. Oh, who knew cooking could provide such wondrous benefits?
Tolerance.
Kiss one of the virtues a royal must possess. If thou aspired to true sovereignty, take upon a mantle of benevolence, which shall spur thee to aid thy people. A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. Continue to help out.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ooh, we have different plans today.
The announcement is soon.
So Fortin's grand announcement is coming tomorrow, is it? What's this proclamation of his going to be in here? Wonder if he's going to thank us for what we did in the Grand
No.
Cathedral. No one hold your breath on that one. Obsensibility. I'm bad with words. We're skipping that word. The state army is getting all the credit, taking down that human after all. We shall know soon enough, so... Oh, there's little point in contemplating it further. Until then, let us simply do what we can as we wait for the events to unfold. I think it's going to unfold tomorrow. Whew! Which means today is our last free day for 3 days.
All right then.
Sunshade Row. We need to go. Whoops! Don't run into the wall. Oh yeah, hop on the sword. I need to start using this everywhere I go because of a certain achievement.
Oi there.
Hey, listen! That will be quite enough. Excuse me.
Excuse me, you're of the Elder Tribe, yes? Have you had any negative experiences here in town? Why do you ask? Because many people in this town use tribal differences as an excuse. Use tribal differences as an excuse to do the most outrageous things. I'm part of a group that's working to help people whose tribal origins make them a target for harassment. We exist in cities other than Grandrad. As well, right now we're collecting funds for a cause. But this cause hasn't seemed to interest most people, so we haven't been able to raise enough funds. It really pains me to ask this of an elder like yourself, but if you could find it in your heart to support our cause, just to arm for dear Everson. Thank you. So I use it as
Appreciate
best
it.
I can. I don't believe that you really done it. Are you interested in that activities? If you don't mind, can I discuss this more with you? There are many who support this cause. I know I'm doing the right thing, but reality
be
is so
tough.
discouraging. It looks like she's serious about helping out where she can, but she seems kind of down. Successfully encouraging the activist may help hone my outputs. What do you think? Should we try to encourage her?
Happy to hear
Yep.
that.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, how wonderful. Then, please, come this way. Priapus, the Inguth, the Mastadi, and of course the Elder too. These tribes are abhorred by the other tribes. Without a great deal of wisdom or skills, it's impossible for them to get a normal job. Work is especially limited for them here in the capital. You've seen the executioner in this back alley, right? Dirty work like that is all that's available to these tribes. Having a job is better than nothing, though. Those less fortunate must choose between starvation and banditry. Actually, no. There is one other option: become a McNider experimentation subject, but there's no guarantee they'll survive those. That's... What kind of experiments? But that's
I don't know
terrible.
about that.
That's so awful. You'd be careful too, please. I don't know much about the experiments myself, but I do know, even though they're all over and are considered useful tools, blood is being spilled for their development. I do not have many people on my side. I haven't been able to help many people yet, but knowing there are people like you out there gives me
Take
confidence
care.
to go on. People like you who see injustice and actually try to do something about it. This world would be a better place with more people like that. You might like-
All right.
Yeah. Very nice. It's not much, but here, thank you for your support. I really
Well then.
appreciate it. Party exchange of opinions. It's time to get back at it. Back in the hush honeybee. And with Rita, she is the person we're gonna go meet. I thought we'd get Hulkenberg the 3, but doesn't seem to be the case here. Okay. I wonder if he'll come again. If he does. If he does come Spain, we should talk. We should chat. We should talk.
Well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
Ah, just you.
Ah, so it's you. You seem unscathed. Come to work, of course.
Now then.
Is the leash stage job is still on it? It's been issuing out lately. It's making it fast walking around the capital so it quiets down. Gets energy out of the system. You can't be seen coming in and out of here, so no questions. I need to get to it. I took the dog out with anyone seeing and walked around the capital. Bruh. He's a cute puppy dog! Seems to have taken a liking to you.
But
I could hear it from downstairs. Don't get excited. This is on you too, dog. A simple walk shouldn't be enough to let you guard down.
What?
but
Cuteness isn't enough to stay alive in this world. Wow.
hopeless.
I never liked this thing. Every single person really died on it. It was this on the side of the road. Burned from the neck down, the head bleeding to appropriate.
It's over.
At some point. It could have just given up and died, but it looked in whimpered.
Hmm?
What about? You didn't feel like drawn to it at all?
In those days,
I always wanted to stray myself. My earliest memory is fighting a dog over a scrap of meat covered in dirt and getting bitten for my trouble. Wherever I went, I only found hunger and violence. I robbed and stole anything and everything. I fought and survived. The poor doggo. And the poor lady.
it's a living hell.
It was hell. I
Really?
imagine. I never have guessed to see who you are now. What am I doing talking to a child about this?
Just a fantasy.
Just like the dog, I let my guard down like a fool, never mind.
Sure.
Yes.
Understood. Good, and while we're on the subject, a word of advice.
Listen.
This world is a bottomless hell, a bog of endless muck, and if you trust another person to keep you afloat in it, you'll feel the sludge close over
Don't
your
ever
heads.
forget that.
To survive, you need the strength to make your way through that muck. Nobody can do it for you, and indeed nobody else should. You need your own strength. And I'd say that's well within your powers.
Therefore,
In addition, I'd like to provide you with one other reward. I'm sure you're aware that there's a man-town task for exchanging mag obtained from hunting monsters. Like, I'll put it in a word so they're more flexible with you, and not just here in Grand Chad, but across the kingdom. It sends for years it comes to kindness and trust.
no pain can stop me now.
Improve the exchange rate. Mag. Yep.
Even then,
I shouldn't be the only one talking. You owe me some secrets of yours, I think. Rios tried to kill Luis, did he not? Did I imagine you?
you there.
What are your true motives? What do you even do? To improve the country.
That's...
I want to make better this country. Your true motives, I said. Though, well, I suppose it's not possible. You really do mean that. I can't tell what you're thinking at all, but I'll expose your true nature eventually.
I'm off.
That's all for today. Come by again when you can. I'm sure the dog will be delighted to see you. Sorry, my dog is now barking.
It would seem that disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
I don't know why the puppies are so loud.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Might stack on some tips.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty!
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me. If, and this is a big if, You are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Make a difference?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word! Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
I heard the announcement. The Church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not
good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there.
No! Be okay, Maria.
She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her.
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Maria, be okay.
Where?
Luis, if this was your doing, hurting children is not... Where could Maria gone? Wait, oh no.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm just incredulous.
Unstinking believable. Stop that at once! Don't think you sound like a damn...
I'm out of ideas.
Sanctifex Warden, what should I do?
So foolish.
Stop that at once! Let's not.
It's quite dangerous. Just so but nothing we can do now. I thought that might be where she was, because of... It's where I'd go, personally.
So foolish.
What should I do?
Tournament forward.
Him?
I'll take the crown now. Hello there.
Do you know that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. Shoot, just one sec. You let her pass? Why? The way her eyes looked. I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many bars she gets.
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home, and I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral is broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again, hasn't he?
Yes. It's
going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man.
So why is this so emotional? Because she lost her papa! What makes it even worse, Whisper, is that after... Because... Here, I'll give you a little quick rundown of how he died. So you don't have to go find it. He and our party, were trying to assassinate a guy named Luis to save the prince. Because the prince has a curse and Luis casted it on him. The only way to release it is to either know the formula, which you'd have to get Luis to tell, or kill the caster, which is Luis. So they were going to assassinate him at this ceremony, at this funeral for the king. Grius, her father, was going to do it while we distracted him. It would have worked if it hadn't been for the king's magic, and then Luis just slit his throat. What made it even worse is that one of Luis's minions, a necromancer, brought back Grius, so we had to kill him as well.
We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
Yes. Yes, it is, but don't worry, it's not...
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
Yeah. It's also why I love this dev team, because they do a really good job with their stories. It hurts, but it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's even worse when I predicted the fact he was going to die because of some context clues. He gave off one of those death flag words, like, when I get back we'll do this type thing.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right. But much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
Guys, I have an idea. What if you just become king? You see, yeah, or actually, better yet, there are two methods you could use, or three, to make sure Luis isn't in power. Because as long as he has a majority of people, he cannot be touched. Simply have it to where another figurehead takes over Luis's influence. So he's no longer influential enough to be under the protection of the king's magic and then just kill him to save the prince. Also running for king would fall in that category of sorts. Or you could just kill every single person who believes in Luis's beliefs. It'd be a massacre. But it would work. Not the option's gonna happen.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions.
Yeah, the fact that the child doesn't have eyes. Yeah, I was just listening while snacking on some chips.
Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us.
That last bit of dialogue, you can probably guess, this game has a metric ton of racism. With the many different races, or tribes as they're called. Tribism. Yeah. Of course, our main character is the only Elda in the capital, so we get maximum discrimination.
Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political.
Oh no. Yeah, the king is dead, as you've probably been able to infer. When, the giant face in the sky is the king. It works kind of like concentration magic. He, like, concentrated on it for, yeah, that's the king's magic at play. It's the giant face in the sky.
Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive.
Yeah, the only thing that makes it different from the actual king is its right eye has the top 3 candidates to become king. Their faces, instead of an eye. Which is creepy.
A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse.
Oh, I want to remember how to say this person's name. Let me scroll up. Never mind. Wait. Alright, I can't find it. Not sure. Oh.
Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
That's a twist right there!
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Yep, that's the prince. Yep, we get to see him basically once a day.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne!
Oh god dang it.
Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win.
Ooh, ooh. Can I bring the king's head? The one floating in the sky, that one's pretty big. Which is also the royal castle as well.
Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
I know where this is going. We're gonna get to rob Luis! If we become a king.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. You wouldn't leave it unprotected.
Yeah. Time to rob the future. The worst guy in the kingdom.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now.
Oh, just in case you are wondering what Hulkenberg's real name is, her full name. That's her full name, by the way. And yes, the voice actor did say it. How you pronounce that? Don't ask me. I don't remember how she said it. It was said once. The flyer for the Tournament of the Throne. This popularity contest. Oh, he already said that. I'm dumb.
An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
You can see what. I'm like, why is it named Hulkenberg, right? And then I look at the other three parts, and I'm like, that's the only one that you could actually pronounce.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
Hold up, I have an idea. What if we have our main character, you know, rise to king, okay? So, Luis can't, and just hand it off to the prince. There's no rule saying you couldn't. It's just being a proxy for the sleeping prince. We need a plan, then we can take action. As Nelda, I'm an outcast in this city. I think that gives us an advantage here. We enter the tournament of the throne. That's a good one. Let's enter. Yeah, we enter the tournament for the throne.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Oh, just in case you haven't realized, the voice actor who doesn't speak so often for Will is the same voice actor for Sung Jin-woo in his English dub, along with Zenitsu. I'll let that sit for a moment. Oh, a bot. From the gist. Yes, block.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there.
Sure, I like where this is going.
This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit, but it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Delica, I really like the fact that, like, you're really trying to make sure that Will isn't at the forefront, like, the figurehead of this plan, because if he was, then his life becomes even more at risk, and all he needed to do was just come here to relay a message. I'm not kidding. That's how he got dragged into all of this, man. He's the prince's friend, but... Yes, his canon name is Will. That's why I made it that. But yeah, they will refuse to say it. In combat, they'll call him Captain. In situations like this, they'll just use a pronoun or use something that would be easily identified for him. Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be as good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
You know what? I like that excuse. What Whisper said is the name is so normal that they don't know how to pronounce it. With everyone's name in this party, that makes sense. Okay. It's fate.
No point fighting my fate.
Your courage is admirable.
Right.
I'm reminded of the word in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair... I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit.
I inherited Grievous' journal. Grievous' journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger?
I just realized that it might be doing that on my end as well. 1 second. Let me see if it has something to do with the bit rate. I have it at 720, but that's because I never hit the 4,000 marker. Here, I'll put it back up to 1080. I don't know if that's gonna help. Oh, the reason it's frozen now is because I'm in the menus, which actively does pause the game. It could be in the middle of a cutscene, it will freeze it right in its tracks. Okay. Good heavens. Oh, let me...
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I have to carry on his legacy.
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
I don't know what you mean. Free food and free housing goes a long way in this economy.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
I hadn't thought of that.
I hadn't thought of that.
Is it even possible? Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
I'm sure it's perfectly safe. You should come with us, Maria.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you. We'll meet again.
We'll see each other again.
You better not forget.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it,
Weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out.
Hulkenberg?
What? We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
But what if I want to show up fashionably late?
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Some inspiration.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here!
Are you lot here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa! You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that.
Do you want me to shove that claymore of straws straight down your throat?
Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
Joel, you should have finished your sentence. I'm sorry.
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Stop his evil deeds.
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminal's evil deeds.
We've got more important things to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
We're supposed to fight a monster, and it's like, yes, we should go take out this kidnapper. It's like, but that's not for the competition. It's like, yeah, we'll probably find a monster nearby.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight?
Because it's about getting the favor of the people.
Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Highsmere is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Highsmere has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say.
Okay, where's this man at? We're killing him first. We don't need the crown. We have bodies to bag. I'm sure with enough gunpowder, we can make his head bigger. Or all over the place.
If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms.
Oh gosh, giant worms. Wait, giant worms, you say? It's like, we needed a monster. We're getting a 2-for-1 deal.
We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We want to help you. He's not pitiful. It takes... The soldier is not pitiful. It takes a lot of courage to ask others for help, especially when it comes to matters of pride.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure, thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity.
Honestly? Joel's right.
Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I don't know. Cast some magic to cause a popularity contest to choose next king. That's what I think the Royal Highness would do.
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
I think you're hungry for gummy worms.
Oi, oi!
What's the worst percent for like you doing here? Don't tell me. What do you think it is? That's rich, a mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of as king. The idea makes me sick to my stomach.
No, thank you.
The ideal leader of a country is a dignified man of great age, one with years of experience, and yet upstart schoolchildren like you and Louise there too. I'm sorry, I personally don't want a king who will die in 5 years because of old age. Hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you'd like. I'd be happy to give you the eulogy at your funeral. Yeah, and I'll be the one to cause yours. Suppose he's a candidate too. That's the recruiter.
Look at that.
There's the other one. Almost all the requests are gone. The only one with taking. Whatever that is. Okay, I guess let's take behind the window.
Hey!
Hey, would it be alright if we accepted the bounty contract for Heismay? Heismay, you sure you can handle that? You can't be liable if you get yourself killed, okay? Of course I can. You're an odd one. Alright then. Alright. Either that, or you're just green. Head to Matria. You can probably get more information.
Let's focus.
The old castle town kidnapper. Holy heavens, 100K? I'm listening to the music so much I don't even notice it's there. Like, so yeah, the soundtrack's amazing. I've only had to turn it down so I could hear the characters talking. But 100K just to take out a kidnapper?
Let's call it.
Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll pair with the surrounding areas as well. Never mind that. Found it.
How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
So we both botched our jobs in different ways. It's okay, Hulkenberg. Just wait till you find out that we didn't say, buy one get one deal at the bounty board.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is yourself.
It's rare I can hear a character lying in their voice. It is very clear she is not telling the truth.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
No, I need a new can of Dr. Pepper.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Delicious.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Just in case anyone has a misunderstanding, I mean my drink, not the knights. He lost his medical... Mm. Whisper, he never had a license in medical. He just had a PhD in the most obscure thing. Because by having a PhD, you're naturally a doctor.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
What if I don't want to sleep, Galaga? Like I was like, rest up for the... Excuse me. Rest up for tomorrow. What's the guide say I should do? Nothing but story. Okay. I guess we go to sleep. We go to bedroom.
Good night.
Lol. I think I saw it on my end for a moment. Instant. Yeah, no, I don't know why this stream does that. Does it just not like metaphor? Thankfully, this game is just a metric ton of dialogue.
Can I come in?
Is this why you told me to go to sleep, game? Want to read some more?
Want to read some more?
Correction. She's going to read. He's gonna fall asleep.
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right?
Perhaps.
I'll be cheering for you. So
Let me see if I can... Because I can't get into the settings while the game is playing. Let me pause it for a moment. Oh, I think I figured out what's causing it. It's because the bitrate is spiking. Technically, I could solve this by setting the stream to 360p. Yes, the stream would no longer spike ever again. But the quality would be in the ground. Because it goes off bitrate, the bitrate spike. Yeah, this is what it looks like at 360. I can see the quality. Don't do that. I'd rather have this spiking. Yeah, I'd rather have the spiking too. I'll just set it to 720. So the spiking shouldn't happen as often.
I just...
Go back! I can see now. Yeah!
Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's alright. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
Please no, don't make me trigger a death flag. Oh, here's the death flag.
It's a promise.
Alright. Promise?
No.
The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Promising returns. This is the best reward I've ever seen. Pony roast. Food.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Good night, Maria.
Captain, may I have a moment?
So everyone's just gonna come into his room? Okay.
Good night.
What's next, Stroll?
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out.
And then Fabian? We're just gonna keep going in order?
Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book... We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I do.
Now that you mention it, I do.
It's like, Will may not remember it clearly, but I do. Oh yeah. You weren't here for the... but for too much of the combat portion. So... No, you'll understand. I think we'll get into combat soon. Probably not during this stream. I actually... Yeah, but can that guy from Blue Lock, turn into a knight with a giant sword? Or a mage and cast spells?
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another.
I'll show you what they look like when I get a chance.
So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Yeah, everyone gets to read the book.
So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good.
What do you mean? Dreams are amazing.
Oh, I suppose. 'Tis not so bad to dream now and then.
Hey, we convinced her!
It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream, 'tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Yes.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king
Oh,
draws
we told
nearer.
Zupa she was reading. Dang. I'm gonna assume we did. Oh, an actual cutscene. I feel so bad for you now.
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo. Far beyond the
I was not expecting a song.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
Oh, it's a vampire.
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctists have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
Can't believe Voldemort got his nose back.
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Free drinks? I'm in!
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
It's gonna be someone, right?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found you, behave!
Is that our ship?
A lantern?
Huh?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash! Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral!
Have a care, you buffoon. 'Twas bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
That feckless, shameless old fool!
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
What, the game hasn't begun at this point?
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Dang, it's fast. That popularity went up. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I gained a lot of interest, but I only can consider this part of my mission to aid the prince. Room.
Just a sec.
Oh, what's this? What is this thing? Is this our carriage? Hulkenberg, I think you did an amazing job getting us a ride. I'm surprised we got introduced, to be fair.
Can you hear me?
Bro took sideburns and mustache to a whole nother level. Shot, just run her along the main road then. The others seem to be doing as much. They're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take that as a compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for the little test run! I gotta give this guy some excitement. What is happening right now?
See.
We want to go to a place called Martria, Old Castle Town. I think it should be a ways south. So it's gonna take 3 days to get there.
Hold on. Hold on. This place here.
I need to make sure my audio is working. One sec, I gotta fix the audio. I think I messed with it. There. Whew! I was not expecting them to get a gauntlet runner. Okay. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Let's try it. Here it is. Down to Martira? Eh? On this craft's legs. Oh, I'd say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights about.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights, that's a great deal faster than carriage. Still doesn't have that accent. And surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed.
Spectacular.
Valley good. Now cinch those britches, chaps. Always British. Oh, you get to have fun with this guy. Full steam ahead to Martira, Old Castle Town.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Fuck! I'm not in this for the money, boy.
I like this guy. I like this pilot so much already. He's not in it for the money? That's a rare occurrence nowadays.
What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
Honestly, I don't like it. I don't think we need an explanation. I find it funnier when you have this guy.
That man is Nuris. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
I like this guy.
Nuris? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now! Leave me be!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nuras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
British!
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady, but leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... Tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Your Uber is here.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and greasework. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing, we just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
It's perfect.
I think it's a perfect idea.
Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back.
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Stroll. We are finally able to move.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
The Gauntlet Runner. Also, visit Academia. Let's visit him first.
Oh, yeah?
Let me pull up our guide. I've never been a gauntlet runner. I kind of want to see what the engine is.
All right then.
Oh, Moore's here.
This?
Wonder what made this thing
Hello?
first time when I got one in there? Well, that scared me. It looks like pipes in here too. Called a runner phone. There's one in every room.
Spectacular.
Now I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals to fuel to run, you see. Used to be, you take your life into your own hands when you travel in the wilds. Then the king, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on colossal beasts, made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed, another step closer to my dream. One story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Oh, never mind then, maybe some other time. Anyway, still about the old girl that works in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Aha! Okay. Anyway, using abilities, these wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books and bookshelf, or we are headed we need to next to the cooking table use the Gauntlet Room's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant your party positive effects. Ooh. Cook and lean ingredients. Okay. Try to experiment as much as possible. After you made every dish at least once, you'll learn how to keep the ultimate culinary knowledge. There's some ingredients here. Maybe there's whose handwriting is that? There's notes on. Want to make something? If so, we should try. Nope. So, look for the ticket for you. Enter the pantry for free cooking ingredients. Some pristine clean water and more economy meat. Wonder who left them here. Use these for cooking. Okay, into the pantry for free cook. You'll be able to do this every day from this point on, including days when you aren't traveling. Make sure to check the pantry every single day from this point on, as it will give you unique ingredients to make it elsewhere. If not, lunch, shrimp, or... Oh, yeah. The guide will not constantly remind you to do this. Good to know. Thank you, guide, for Bookshelf is lined with interesting books. We want New World Travel Diary. The first fictional chronicle of a boy's journey at a fateful place called the New World. Like a book that'll really expand the mind once to read together. Or this book to be more imaginative. This one's coming. Yep.
Actually?
To be honest with you, I've realized something. There are so many things in this world which, very simply, I don't understand. There's so many things I've learned since we started traveling together.
Now we're talking.
You're really mature.
What?
What do you say? That I was immature before? It's not like you knew any more about the world than I did. Hey, Will. I know this time we're traveling on a mission, but if all goes well, I want to go on another journey where I'm free to do what I want. Maybe I'll write a book about it.
So then...
Maybe I write a book about our travels.
Sweet!
Good idea. Just make sure to include me as a co-author, alright? Of course, if I want to contribute further to whatever you do in the future, I'll have to keep working hard. Well, can you think of anything I can do to help you out? Just teaching me and telling me things is great. I'm not really all that knowledgeable, though. If that's how you feel, I'm probably tell you every insight I have. With everything you've been through recently, I've realized knowledge is an invaluable asset. I want to keep experiencing new wonders, so let's never stop learning together. This conversation kind of went off direction. How have you been in the book? Describe seeing new world if a place other than this really exists. I'd like to visit. Like my imagination is spread out the conjuring face of yes,
all right.
Gallica. Ooh, probably 2 reading sessions. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick on next time.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Room. Establishing a camp at night. Fast wilderness outside town. In course. Okay, very dangerous evenings. Establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels in this morning. While an encampment facility is on the continent. It's usual, but you can also remain in 3 days till you reach Martira. Our first time camping the Gauntlet Runner, I kind of excited. But it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time out? Insects are gathering at the campfire. Well, apparently you can eat those bugs, well, according to Hulk, anyway. Try and catch one. Maybe one of these fire. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it. Go to the bookshelf. Okay. The bookshelf is lined with interesting books. New World Travel Diary. This one. Seems like a book that really expanded the mind. Want it by the window? Yep. Read book.
What's that?
He stared up at the heavens. There was a sparkle in the azure from it. Caught his eye. The moon. At midday? No, despite its cold, stony glow, this was no moon nor star. There were those who said it was a corpse of an ancient, indomitable dragon. Others said it was a pavilion in the sky, erected by Empyrean beings.
Oh, yeah?
So he sees a strange light shining in the sky. The way it's written, I feel like the light is meant to be a key to the new world or something. So what do you think this light is? It's a giant light.
Oh, that's right.
I think it's the pavilion. What? Yeah, there's something dreamlike about people who live in the sky, isn't there? Do you think they have wings? Like my imagination's improved. To considering possibilities with Alka.
All right.
Okay, I know this new world is fictional, but I'd want to visit if it were a real place. Still more after this, but I'll pick up from the next time.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceed your expectations.
True.
They're better than I feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got questions of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this side? My boy, remember to maintain this rugged drill. Nari, a grain of sand could fit between her seams. I assure you, regardless, we'll be leaving the arid dunes behind tomorrow. All runners you need, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, nurse? We'll have Martyra in 2 days, huh? I am gonna end the stream here because, well, our last save was at 2 hours ago. And I think it is perfect time to end this. Because we have plans after, a little bit later, so I'm gonna catch you all later. Because I would play through this day, but it's gonna hit straight into another story event right after, so I'd rather just wait till next time. Hope you have enjoyed. This was Sasato.